All right, so we are at the gym, and as you can see, it is not finished quite yet. They're still doing construction all over the building and of course the landscaping, but we're gonna go through. I'm gonna give a quick little tour of what it all will be. I think that they're working in the back warehouse portion, so we'll kind of tiptoe through them. But yeah, I'm excited, so we'll go inside. Okay, so this is obviously the entryway. When this is all finished, this corner over here will have a little kitchenette, and I'm thinking that we're going to be doing different proteins that people can buy per scoop after their workout if they want to, but it'll be nice because it'll have a refrigerator, a sink, that sort of thing in the corner. On the left, there's a corner office area, and more than likely I will take this as my own office space. We have the second little office area and the third little office area. And then this room here will be more of a conference room area. I do a lot of consultations with new clients or just consultations to talk about nutrition plans and basics and stuff like that. And then right through here is the one of the bathrooms. So there are two restrooms. This first one leads in from the main office area. And then the one which will go around the corner, which is straight through here, goes from the warehouse to the gym area and straight to the bathroom there. Here, it's pretty dark up there, so we won't go up there, but up those stairs, it's this big upper loft area and go throughout the warehouse. Preferably, I don't want to bake in the summer and I don't want to freeze in the winter, so we're hoping that's going to be an option, but that's mainly what we're waiting for right now. And then once we get that finalized, then we're going to officially sign the lease, get equipment going, and then the process begins even more so from there. Obviously, they still have to pour all the concrete, but there's gonna be, I think, 9 or 10 stalls here, and they're all covered. So it's gonna be covered parking, which is really nice. Plus, in the back, there might still be some availability for parking. It's kind of we call it a loading zone, but it won't be used as that since we don't load anything from the gym. And then we're on the corner lot, so there'll be front parking on the street and side parking on the street as well. Thinking the plan is I need to do more research on software companies, but I want to have an app on the phone to where you can scan it at the door and that grants you access to get in and out. So when I have open gym eventually, there might not always be someone on site. It's going to be kind of like a self-serve open gym. So that would be your access point is the bar scanner that you have on your phone, or they mix them even with your fingerprints. So like I said, I still have to do more research on that, but that's how people would get in and out, is either through the side door with the covered parking. This is also all gated, which is very nice, or even on the door on the east side, and that will be on the street side too. So I think that's basically all the updates. Once I officially get that lease signed, then I can pull a trigger on equipment and get that ordered from the manufacturer. And then from there we get flooring, because there'll be rubber flooring, plus like I mentioned, the turf. It takes 8 to 11 weeks to get that equipment in, and then we'll be set. Okay, so since July, behind the scenes stuff, lease was signed, equipment was ordered. I'm in the process of receiving my administrative use permit. I am in the process of getting my insurance. What else? All those little things are getting in order, which takes a bunch of time. And then the building is the pretty part that I get to wait on. And just kind of let it, that's the part I don't worry about. But it's fun to come in and check on what's been done and see what the progress is so far. So this looks very different since we were last in here. So they stained and polished the concrete floor. The walls have been put up. That's the main difference. I think last time we were in here, it was still just 2x4s. They didn't have sheetrock or anything like that. Everything's been painted. We have the doors on. The doors have been stained. We've had a lot of things pre-wired in here, mainly going out to the warehouse, which we'll get to in a second. Little changes that I personally made. Last time I believe I said this was going to be my office. I just kind of changed my mind as to what is going to be where. I think in here I'm going to have a conference room with a nice table, and then I'll make this room my own personal office. Other than that, everything on my end kind of stays the same. We have our nice bathroom with our nice bathroom signs.
Fancy.
And we have the toilets installed, the sinks installed, the mirrors installed. So that's exciting. So we did pre-wire for speakers, we pre-wired the cameras, we pre-wired for the door entry system. So that was all done on our end. Here we're getting our little water fountain installed, so they went ahead and did the plumbing on that. This wall has been sheetrocked. And that's the progress so far. We're supposed to get our shipment of equipment in around or on, hopefully on November 6th. So then like the first week or the first 2 weeks of November, somewhere in there, we'll have an official grand opening date. So I believe now we're 6 or 7 weeks out, which is super exciting, but super scary at the same time. Because there's still a lot to do, but everything's falling into place. At this point, we're hundreds of hours in, and I know we have hundreds of hours more. But it's nice to see things finally coming along. Even though you can't see it necessarily in the building, all on like the behind the scenes part of it, things are falling into place. So that's very, very exciting. So some timelines have changed since I last gave an update, but we're nearing the end of this construction and of the progress of the gym. So this should be my last video before we release the final of what it's gonna look like when it's all done. Looking back on this whole year, it's been very crazy because the year started off great. I had really high hopes for my goals for my business. And then as soon as COVID hit out of nowhere, that was completely gone and out the window, and it was devastating, and my business crumbled. It felt like what happened overnight. But my clients are so great and they stuck with me, and about mid-summer I realized that I wanted to do more than just work at the gym that I had been working at and offer my clients more, especially with all that's happening, and offer them a more private, clean place. And so this idea for this gym was born, and I'm so grateful that it did. And this pandemic has kind of sparked a blessing in disguise, because I never would have started this now. I always had this goal for 10 years from now, but never now. And it was perfect timing, and it just was in the stars, and then they're all aligning, and we're almost there. And I'm very excited for this next year, 2021, and what the future holds for my clientele and for us and our brand new home gym.